Welcome to Dead Air, number 33. Holy cow, I can't believe it's been 33. August 5th, the first Wednesday in August, and I've got two dynamite guests today that I'm very excited about. I know Redban, how are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
Redban is here doing his magic with all the wires. Look at all those wires, Dave. Look at all those wires. And he has a special box that you could ask him for the combination to the kryptonite sequence machine relay, and he would pull it out of that box.
Oh, the weed box.
And happy birthday, Redban.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Holy cow.
Is today your birthday?
Yesterday
And
was.
somebody else's birthday, too.
Mine was August 2nd.
Oh,
Yeah.
Leo.
Leo's in the house.
And my birthday's in August, too.
Oh, really?
Wow.
August 30th.
Now, what happens like 9 months before August? There's some sort of fuck fest that's happening, right?
I guess so, right? Yeah, so it would be December.
New Year's Eve.
We're
around-
Christmas
No,
babies.
It would have to be before, like, early December.
Well, it gets cold places.
Yeah,
And
that's
how are
it.
you, Dave? When is your birthday? I don't want to leave you out.
It's in November.
All right, just forget it then.
Yeah, that's why I didn't bring it up.
Well, and this is Bad Ashley. This is the band that supplies the music for Dead Air, and we're very excited. They're doing well. They're coming out with new tracks and new albums, and they're fascinating. They're out of Queens, New York. So let me introduce my guest before we get any further on this. We have a lot to get to, as usual, and I'm going to try to be a good podcaster today.
30-something episodes. You should be good at it by now.
Well, you know, I did first grade twice, so you give me a break. So let me
Jesus Christ.
let me start with Dave. If you don't mind, just put your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand, if you would, and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. Tell us about yourself. Give us your full name, occupation, and anything else you want to tell us about you.
Oh, my name's Dave Waite. I was a comedian in the before times, and I used to work at a place called the Comedy Store when that was a thing, and I was a door guy there. And originally from Kentucky, and Mitch is my roommate.
You guys and you came in separate cars?
Well,
Yeah, I've been shacking up with a lady. So
I
yeah.
see. Oh, good for you. All right, that's good. The summer heat, you know.
Yeah, I am not a bros before hoes kind of guy. I always choose the hose. Hose come first for Mitch.
Dave, that's right. I know you, Dave.
yes.
No, you told me his name, but I didn't put two and two together. So I know you, Dave, from the Comedy Store. You've always been a gentleman.
Yes.
You've always let people in that I ask you to let in. And
Yeah, I sit there. You're the one guy. I feel bad because sometimes I root for you to have a meltdown because I can leave early. You know, when you really had enough, I'm getting out of there 15, 20 minutes early.
You know what I like? They got some kind of rule, and I didn't say nothing to anybody, Redban. They got some kind of rule where they really want to close the main room down. So I'm out front talking, and I can see the DJ or TJ or
Oh, JT.
JT or what have you. And they'll be telling people, oh, no, I'm not up yet. And they're saying, no, this room is closed. You go to the other room. But you don't say anything because, once you tell somebody, you know that it's not going to, it's going to get worse, whatever you're telling them about.
I truly don't know what you're talking about.
You know that. You're a Marine. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm corralling people. I'm like, you got to see this Holtzman guy. He's a wild card. You never know what's going to happen.
So thanks for coming, Dave. I appreciate it, man.
It's nice
you're
to do
from
anything.
Kentucky.
Yep.
And you're from Georgia.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead. Can I swear you in? You don't mind?
Oh, I love the Bible.
Oh, what a shocker.
I'm from Georgia.
What a shocker.
me and Jesus are tight.
Go ahead. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, so help me God.
Dynamite. Thank you. So tell us your full name, occupation, and a little about yourself, whatever you want to say.
I'm Mitch Burrow. I'm a professional TikToker now. I gave up the stand-up since it died. And then I also used to work at the world-famous Comedy Store. And that's pretty much it. I just do a lot of camping now. That's what my life has turned into.
He's an outdoor bro. That's
I got a Jeep. It's got some big tires on it. I like to fuck and I like to camp. And if I can do both of them at the same time, that's what my weekend's going to be.
And I heard
about.
you got lucky last weekend. You stumbled onto a young couple. and you made them have sex
Okay, first of all,
in front of you at the barrel of a gun. Come on, that's what you do in Georgia.
You
Come
don't
on,
ever.
fucker, I said it, I'll blow your fucking head off.
When it comes to sex, you never make anyone do anything, but you can. What's the word I'm looking for, Dave?
Coerce?
Or just
That's not the word you
suggest.
want.
Just suggest that they do it. You know?
Like an improv game?
Yeah.
The Woods.
Put your dick in the first thing that comes to your mind.
I have a feeling, Redban, this is going to be a good podcast. We can get that feeling right away out the get-go, you know?
Yeah,
we had a guy on here one time. I don't even want to go into it. But, what we do is we read some things. I have some items of interest that Redban loves. Sometimes we have some letters to read. And then when we get done with all of that, then we'll focus on both you gentlemen. Because... you're the first, I think, besides myself, the first military serviceman on Dead Air.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for your service.
Wow, thank you.
Marine is always a Marine, right?
It's an honor. Yeah, I'll be a Marine for the rest of my life, no matter how fat I get. So,
And any military service, Dave?
No. I watched a couple movies about the Army and the military. That's about it.
he's one of those hippie libtards. He would have never cut it.
Wow. So let's go over some of the. Let's do the weather first. The weather is always important. This is Burbank weather. Everybody's interested in what's going on the West Coast.
You know, David Lynch has been doing the weather every day. You know, the director, David Lynch? He's been doing the weather every day for WKRC. You know that...
The weird guy?
Yeah, the guy...
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks and like all that, those movies that are...
Are you accusing Holtzman of stealing a bit from
No.
David? Wow, dude. He invites you onto his show?
I'm not... No, he has gray hair and so does David Lynch.
Right.
And that's what triggered it. I feel like they could have... I'm curious to see... I haven't actually watched...
Dead Air.
No, or David Lynch. Either one. I just know I'm aware of both of the things that are happening.
So today's, right about now, 1 p.m., it's 76 degrees in Burbank with a high of 80. It's overcast, but the sun is trying to make its way out and clear that overcast away. The sunset will be at 7:52 p.m. The moon tonight is 70% visible. And it's called a waning Gibson.
Waning Gibson.
See,
That's one of my favorites.
I feel like David Lynch would do the weather similar to Holtzman.
It's almost. It was full last night, I think. So it's almost full now. I guess that's what that means. A waning Gibson. The wind is out of the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour, and the high tide is 11 p.m. Do you fish when you go camping?
Yeah, we went fishing last night for trout. There were no fish in the lake. Otherwise, I would have caught them. I like to fish for bass and crappie though. I go back down south to fish.
Back down south, east.
Yeah, like in Georgia.
Right.
Yeah, I like night fishing. Throw a light over. The fish, they're dumb. They think it's the moon and they swim up to it. Wow. And then you catch fish like that. Yeah.
Catch him with what?
He gets him with his bare hands.
You know,
Just dive in. We use jigs or live minnows
on a line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't noodling. If that's what you're getting at.
I ain't noodling.
No. The Japanese they corral the Japanese the dolphins and then they club them.
The cove.
Yeah, the cove. Oh. I want to go there on holiday once. Come on, honey, look at the blood. Look at the blood. Reminds you of something. The humidity today is 62%, and there's a zero chance of participation.
Rain.
What's up with the fucking humidity here? It used to be like 1%, and now all of a sudden it's like, hey, do you want to remember
it's called global
what the
warming,
South was
but,
like?
You know, that's not really going on.
I don't.
That's just a hoax.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was a conspiracy podcast. You're going to start bringing up global warming?
No, not me. I don't want to.
What's next? You going to tell me that masks are necessary? Get out of here.
The hottest place today is in
Beirut?
I don't know.
Well, Lebanon was definitely very warm yesterday.
Jahra, but I didn't put the country. I don't.
Jahar?
Yeah, where is that? In the Middle East?
Johar, I
someplace?
believe that's the capital of Yemen. No, that's Sara.
It's the Middle East someplace. I don't know why I failed to do that. And the coldest place, of course, is Antarctica at 105.2.
It's not a witch's titty. My bad. I'm sorry.
The hottest place today on Earth is 118.8. And is it hot in here?
Jahra, not AR. I want to see where it's
Where is
at.
it? JJH?
Jahra.
I don't know why I didn't write down the country. That's not a country.
Kuwait.
Oh, it's in Kuwait. I've been there.
West of
Kuwait.
Yeah, I've been to Kuwait.
Kuwait. Yeah.
When I was fighting for your fucking freedom
Thanks, dog.
and lower gas prices. Hey, all right, here we go. Bam, bam, bam.
Today in history, some very, very unique things happened. In 1884, the cornerstone of the Statue of Liberty was laid on Bedloe's Island. Now it's called Liberty Island. So if you know anything about construction, the cornerstone is very important in any structure. It enables everything to be square, horizontally and diagonally. And they use that to measure the distance between, there it is. They use the difference between.
Which one of those is it? Which one is it?
He's
He's on top. He's the fastest Googler in the West.
I'm telling you, isn't he? So cornerstone on any building is very important. If anybody knows about the cornerstone, just Google cornerstone and you'll get a whole bunch of stuff.
Can you tell me the difference between a cornerstone and a keystone?
No, I cannot.
Okay. I thought this was informative. Sorry.
Keystone tastes better.
Oh no, we're not on dead air. We're not afraid to say we don't know, and we often say that.
You know, that's what's wrong with America these days. Not enough people will admit that they don't know. They just go, "I'm the best. I'm the most popular. I'm the greatest. Believe everything that I say."
It would be like me arguing with somebody who knows a lot about sports, the names, the averages, the all those intricate details that sports enthusiasts know.
Yeah.
That would be like me arguing with them about sports, just because I think I know.
Yeah. The extent of my sports knowledge is I wish they would just bring steroids back to baseball. It was so much more fun.
What was the guy's name from Oakland?
Mark McGuire. Was it McGuire? Yeah. Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa.
Jose Canseco.
Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds, that dude's head is huge. That was.
I didn't realize that. Well, who cares if a sitcom star is on drugs? Who cares if a baseball player is on drugs? Just trained conductors and surgeons, those kind of people who could kill you with a mistake. You know what I mean?
I would like my surgeon to be on some drugs though. Maybe like a little bit of Adderall, just make sure he's focusing the whole time. I mean, any kind of thing that makes you do better at what you're doing.
The guy on the Mets was coked up the whole time. What's his name?
Dwight Gooden, I think.
The first baseman. What was his name? The guy with the mustache who was on Seinfeld all the time.
Keith Hernandez?
Yeah, he was coked up the whole freaking time. He was doing great.
Who was the pitcher, though, that did the whole game on LSD?
That was Doc Ellis.
Doc Ellis. That's the one that I like.
LSD?
He pitched a no-hitter.
On LSD?
He was tripping his balls off. And
Yeah, he tripped his balls off.
It made him concentrate.
best game
even
of his
more,
life. God was telling him what to throw.
Something to be on a powerful narcotic and still throw strikes. So, 1914, the first electric traffic light was installed in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. The first electric traffic light was installed. 1926, Harry Houdini made his greatest escape from a sealed underwater tank. 91 minutes. How could you be underwater for 91 minutes?
It was sealed.
Yeah.
It was sealed. So, I actually, not that impressive. I mean,
Well, where did he get the oxygen?
In the thing.
yeah, I mean, it was sealed. So he had whatever he had was in there. They were probably
wasn't
like,
holding
Oh,
his
I
breath.
thought he held his breath for 91 minutes. or something.
nah, he fucking cheated, man.
He didn't cheat. Would you want to do it?
First of all, I mean, if I was Harry Houdini, I'd be like, yeah, why not? He had the key hidden somewhere. Everything that he did, the man was a fraud.
Harry Houdini.
Oh, he was
not fraud.
a big-time charlatan?
A charlatan.
He was actually
a carny.
He would go and like showed that the people that were
the spiritualists
were phonies and shit like that.
He was real, and he told his wife, he goes, if there is an afterlife that we can communicate, I will come back and do it. And then he never did. But yeah, he was real big on proving those people wrong. But I mean, this is all just tomfoolery.
I don't like those straitjackets.
Just a lot of bad memories. How do you feel about padded rooms?
In 1944, here's one for the Marine. It was the biggest jailbreak in the history of the world. They're saying 545 Japanese. I'm sorry.
Jesus
Japanese
Christ.
POWs tried to get away in Australia. Big prison break.
Is that what this is based on? The jailbreakers? So wait a second. Why is this about the Marines though?
Well, it had to do with prisoners and POWs.
Well, if it had anything to do with the Marines, they wouldn't have fucking got away. I guarantee you that.
It's those Navy boys.
Right. You're a little bit opinionated, huh, Rob?
I mean, the Marines are just the best, so they wouldn't have let them get away.
Oh man,
the Navy they were in charge of Pearl Harbor. That's why that all went to shit.
You know what?
And you were in the Air Force, right?
Yes.
And then what's the Air Force ever done?
I was a fighter pilot.
You were not a fighter.
And I have
You were
7.
definitely not a fighter pilot.
Hey, Dave, I thought we were friends, Dave.
You had to repeat first grade.
Your son, I liked it so much. I said, look, I want to do this again.
Nobody would ever be a fighter pilot and be like, I want to be a comedian.
Yeah.
That is a step down.
You'd be
I have all the respect of my peers and people think I'm amazing wherever I go, and then you're like, I want to be a comedian. I want all that to go away.
Now I want to go on the road and get heckled, you know.
Imagine if an astronaut decided they wanted to be a comedian.
By the way, my high school girlfriend, we were together for like off and on for like 10 years or
get
whatever.
emotional.
I am not. You're right. I did drink coffee. I could start crying at any
How
moment.
did that end?
Well, she married a pilot in the Air Force. So, whatever. I'm sure he's a great guy. I got things going on. I have no reason to feel bad about what happened.
No, you seem to be very together today.
Thank you.
Today.
And in 1957, American Bandstand debuted on ABC.
Ooh.
I like when people would go on there and fuck with Dick Clark. Like, the guy from the Sex Pistols, Johnny Rotten, he fucked with him a bunch.
American Bandstand. What was that movie? I think it was Can't Buy Me Love. There's a scene on there where he wants to go to the dance and impress everybody by how good he can dance. And so he's like, I got to watch American Bandstand. And then he walks away and the kid's like, it was some National Geographic show on like African dances.
Oh, no.
And then he shows up at the dance and just does the dumbest. Is this the one that we watched the...
Well, that's the one we watched. That's when they fuck with the guy in England.
Yeah.
The Sex Pistols.
Opposed to their anti-materialistic view of life?
More to marry.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell me more about it.
Fucking spent it, haven't we?
I don't know, have you?
Yeah, so good.
No one even heard that one because he was drunk himself and he wasn't paying attention. When he asked, well, what did you do to the money? And I said, we fucking spent it.
Well, tell me more about it.
Fucking spent it, haven't we?
I don't know,
And
have
then
you?
the one guy
So
is...
good.
The one guy back there, he's wearing a swastika armband. And then that one chick looks like... I mean, look, if there's ever been a woman that you wouldn't want to fuck, it's the one in the back right. But you would also at the same time want her to fuck you. I mean, that's a kind of interesting person.
Is that Sid Vicious?
That's Johnny Rotten there.
Johnny Rotten. Yeah, I get those two mixed up. I know they're both kind of mean.
Well, one of them killed his girlfriend.
And then,
Yeah, that's the mean one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wouldn't pay attention. She wouldn't clean up. She wouldn't turn off the TV. And
this guy, Bill Grundy, I think his name was. They ruined his. That was the end of his career.
This was it. Where this because he's drunk and he's like fighting with them and he like cuss at him or something.
I think he says something very flippant or something to him.
And
What a fucking rotter.
Well, that's it for tonight. The other rocker, Abel, and I'm saying nothing else about him, will be back tomorrow. I'll be seeing you soon. I hope I'm not seeing you again. From me, though, good night.
McLaren was he was
So he was drunk during this whole thing, and then it finally just like after the interview, I remember the people were like, "You're done," and he thought he was the king shit. And was trying to like take it out on them, but really like they were the hottest thing at the time, and they just made him look like a fool.
They turned the tables on him.
Dave and I were actually talking about this before coming onto this show. We were like, we should do the same thing to Holtzman.
How can you? He'll say outrageous things.
Like, let's try to shock Holtzman.
You guys aren't going to be combative, are you? Did you guys shower before you came on?
Why?
today?
Why? What do you smell?
No, we had a shower. A guest had indicated that he had showered before he came here, and it wasn't worth it. If he knew it was going to be such a lousy show, he wouldn't have showered.
I think this is already a great show, and we haven't even got through the first segment yet.
Oh yeah, this is so much to cover. It really is. So this American Bandstand, if you can believe this, had 37 seasons. 5 on WFIL, wherever that is. 30 on ABC, so it debuted on ABC in 1957. 1 year in syndication. 1 year in the USA Network. Is that still out there? USA Network?
I think it's called something else.
No, it's the USA Network.
USA Network.
Yeah, that's where they got the wrestling on there and some other stuff.
Yeah, wrestling.
And had 3,000 episodes. Can you believe that? Now, which is what did Andrew Dice Clay do to piss off Dick Clark? What show was that he was on? And Dick Clark told him not to curse, and he just did whatever he wanted to do.
That's before my time, Holtzman.
Dick Clark tried to ban him from show business.
Well, did it work? Because
Oh no,
I mean,
that guy came. He's in big movies, and he's wonderful.
I just remember the nursery rhymes. You know, this 1987. I was 7 years old.
So I got
at the height of Andrew Dice Clay. So as a kid, you know those nursery rhymes, and then all of a sudden you're hearing Little Miss Muffet, what a whore, and you're like, I don't know what that word means, but it's fun. Like, okay, I know I'm not supposed to say it. Like that was the thing that got you as a kid with Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, I guess Dick Clark was producing a comedy show or something, or did something in
Dick Clark's Live Wednesday, I think it was called.
Yeah, and he was irate.
The opening gun, they killed my horse.
Redban, I don't know if you know, but that's not Andrew Dice Clay. That's
No, I know. It's, I'd never heard that Andrew Dice Clay story about Dick Clark. I thought that was somebody else. I didn't know it was.
Yeah, I think Dick Clark got real upset with him. We'll have to.
Call up the Dice Man. You got his number, don't you?
Yeah, come on.
Well, you've been around. You know the Dice.
You guys were probably roommates in the fucking in the house.
So I'm online at the bank with my tongue up this dick's ass. People got upset with that. I mean, I've never been at the bank where I saw that. You know, it's a joke. You know, you look up from your withdrawal slip and this guy with his tongue up a chick's asshole. Never saw it. You know, it's a joke.
Well, you're going to the wrong bank. That's the.
Yeah, I'm going in the wrong country.
Actually, it's not a bank. He was taking some liberties. It was just a check cashing place.
I'm terrible.
Oh, he looks like.
Isn't that the truth, sweetheart?
Karate fight.
That's right. You look at me. You want to point your fucking fingers at me.
Oh, look at that.
That's right,
muscle.
baby. You want to point your fucking fingers and go, oh, that's the bad guy.
Oh, he's just doing
That's
Tony
the
Montana.
one that says all the dirty things. Talks about pussy and cunt and sucking and fucking. That's the bad guy, right, honey? That's right. Look at me, the bad fucking guy. You ever see me get blown up here? You ever see me fuck anybody up here? But you blow Phil, don't you? But I'm the bad guy, huh? I say it all. I talk about fucking them in the ass, fucking them in the cunt, but it's okay when Sharon Stone flashes a pussy in a fucking movie. That's okay, right?
You know, may I real quick? Actually, she was tricked into that. She didn't realize that her vagina was showing in that, and she was very upset.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
yeah.
How can a woman not know her vagina is visible?
Why would she wear underwear if she's going to do a leg crossing scene?
That's the only thing that they think about is their vagina in most cases. Isn't that the most important
It's the only thing that I think about. So.
I didn't realize like Dice was such a trailblazer as dressing like a boxer and doing comedy. What is that outfit?
I don't know, but didn't he do like a lot of impressions like when he started?
Yes, he did a Jerry Lewis impression when he came from New York originally in the beginning. And then
And what was his name? What was his actual name at the time?
Adam Egget.
But he was a Mitzi creation,
Oh, yes.
right? She kind of like molded what he was doing.
I think he came out and when you first do shows for Mitzi, when she wants to take a look at you, he came all the way from New York to come to the Comedy Store to do, I think, 3 minutes. And I think the story is he did like 20, 30.
He just kept going.
Yeah, he just kept going.
Maybe that's where that's why I haven't got past yet. I'm not burning the light enough.
This is the dead air.
I was gonna say.
Don't worry. No. It's okay. It's okay. My listeners realize at some point that there could be silence, and we don't get excited. We don't.
I started having heart palpitations. Like, what happened?
Did you get excited?
I lost Holtzman.
Hello to my brother Bruce. He watched last week's episode and he loved it. And he said hello to Redban. He's retired now, and he's one of these guys that's got a boatload of money. He's retired. Both his daughters, one is married, one is going to get married to great guys. And he lives alone, and he's got a lot on his plate. And we're just
Are you telling people to go rob your brother? He's got a lot of money. He's by himself. He's lonely.
He's old. He's retired now. He can't defend himself.
He's open to scams.
He always says he's got a lot on his plate. What the fuck can be on your plate? What is on your plate?
Well, if he's not married, whatever he wants, because he doesn't have her telling him, you can't have that.
Somebody's having fun. Can't have fun. Somebody's having fun.
Have you retired?
What are you talking about? He's working right now.
Well, I know.
I can't discuss. I can't discuss that at this time.
All right.
So let's start the items of interest. All right. This is the items of interest. You guys are doing great. You just chime in whenever you want at the items of interest or anything. And today I have 27 items.
You got Jesus. You got your magazine.
No, the magazine is still not coming.
What happened? Have you called? Made
Yes.
some calls.
It's probably the neighbor kid. That's what
I have a couple of ideas what happened, but I don't want to offend anybody.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's two reasons that maybe the post office is not delivering my magazine.
Okay.
One of it, of course, is the COVID-19.
Sure, that's possible.
And the other one, I don't know what the other one is. I don't want to go into it.
I don't know why you're making such deep eye contact with me like I'm just going to feel whatever bad thing is that you're thinking.
You should write a letter to the magazine company.
Yeah, I could write it. I should.
What kind of neighborhood do you live in?
He lives by the beach.
Pretty nice?
I live in a mobile home park, if you can believe that.
Yeah, I can believe it.
When you do first grade twice, you might
I
wind up in a mobile home park.
Not only can I believe it, I probably would have guessed it if you were like, where do you think I live? Single wide? I don't know.
Yes. 44 by 15. A Massachusetts school bus driver has his students to thank for motivating him to become a history teacher when driving his kids to school in so-and-so someplace. It doesn't matter.
This is a nice story about a guy not fucking kids.
Would talk to them about their history classes. It inspired me.
I'm surprised that he would be talking about it.
Especially hearing them say, you should be my teacher.
Okay, but when you look at him, he does look like the kind of guy who might fuck kids.
Oh,
so this could take a turn at any moment, Dave.
He looks like you, bitch.
He said, you should be my teacher, the 30-year-old said. Clayton, who dropped out of college 10 years ago, enrolled in Mass Bay Community College and graduated with a 4.0 GPA while continuing to drive the bus. This fall, he'll be attending Farmingham State University University to finish a bachelor in history with a minor in education. So I always like to start off the Dead Air with a nice story.
We should follow up in a year when he dies from coronavirus. He was so eager to teach. Got him dead.
Kids killed him.
Emory and Henry College in Virginia is considering renaming its sports teams, currently known as the Wasps. The nickname was adopted in 1921 as a reference to the striped uniforms of E&H's football team, but college officials now say that because of its similarity to the word WASP for White Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
What? I haven't even heard of that.
The nickname
Really?
could offend those not in that category.
Yeah,
Wasp.
I mean, but is that even a derogatory term? White Anglo-Saxon Protestant? Yeah, okay. You nailed it.
Yeah, that's what you are, right, Dave?
Yeah, I am one of those.
I mean, but it's like,
Yeah, that's why you were so quiet. I can feel it. You don't want to, you're sticking up for your God. You're an invisible
you
man.
might become president, WASP. I mean, it's just the people who have had it pretty good. I think now we're taking it too far. Yeah. I get it, You don't want to have the Redskins. That one kind of makes sense. But wasp, also, it is a picture of the actual insect.
It's a wasp.
And not a white guy.
Yeah, that's
It actually doesn't even look like a white wasp.
But I will say that Emory and Henry are some pretty waspy names, so who knows?
A Toronto-based maker of protective gear introduced a $250 hazmat-like helmet and upper body suit for airplane passengers and others who venture into crowded public places. VYZR Technologies quickly received 50,000 orders.
You can walk around.
Looks like you're a cat carrier on your head. Or something.
I'm staying home, bro. If that's the future, you ain't gonna catch me outside.
I think that's Visor, VYZR. I think that's probably Visor, but I mean, how obnoxious would it be to sit next to that person?
Right.
I mean, I'm already fat, so that pisses people off as it is, and then I'm gonna wear that.
That guy's gonna show up at the movies. You're gonna have to be fucking looking around that guy.
You can't even say fat anymore.
The only way I'd wear that is if,
Right?
I mean, I can say it. It's my word. Yeah.
Because it's your body you're making reference to. But
his choice.
But if anyone else, they got to refer to me as thick, and that's with two C's, THICC.
With reports of New York City that starving rats are pestering outdoor restaurant diners deprived of restaurant trash for months, the city's rats...
Hey, we're hungry here. We're rats.
Hey, where's the fucking
the
garbage?
city's rats...
Come on, get back out here. Drop some stuff.
The city's rats are simply desperate. Rodentologist Dr. Bobby Corrigan...
I'm sorry. What was the title of that? A what?
Rodentologist Dr. Bobby Corrigan told so and so and so.
Hey, I'm a rat doctor.
It's Biology 101.
Who was the documentarian who did the McDonald's one?
Oh, it was Morgan Spurlock.
Morgan Spurlock. He did another one called Rats or something about all the rats in New York City. And you know what? Good. Fucking starve them out a little bit, because when you're in New York City, you're never more than 2 feet away from a fucking rat.
Hey, well, that's good.
Really?
And if there's one thing that I learned watching The Sopranos, it's that nobody likes a fucking rat.
I know this girl who woke up. She lives in New York, and she woke up and there was a baby rat in her bed, just like one of those tiny, like just born babies. And I'm like, there has to be a mom and other babies, and why is it in your bed? Like, how disgusting!
It
is
got
that?
abandoned, and it was like, this is the closest thing to my mom. Rats do actually make great pets, though. They're very smart.
Very smart.
The problem is they only live 2 years in captivity, so you get very connected to them, and then they break your heart. It's very sad.
And give you a blood disorder.
I didn't mean to bring the mood down, but before you buy a rat, just know it's going to fucking die.
The Southwest, which is baking in a brutal heat wave as it struggles with a huge coronavirus surge. Temperatures reached 115 degrees in Phoenix, 110 in West Texas, 128 in Death Valley, California. Only 1.2 degrees lower than the all-time planetary record. Holy cow. That is some amazing items right there.
Since we've been keeping track, it was probably a lot hotter at some other point. That's the thing. We always talk about how it's like global warming and stuff, but we don't know what it was doing before people were writing shit down. So this could be normal.
That's true. That's correct.
You don't believe that shit, do you, Holtzman?
What?
That the fucking people are causing the planet.
Well, let me tell you this, Mitch. Mitch, let me just tell you this. This is real simple. This is real simple.
Okay.
If you put your car in the garage and you seal all the windows and doors and you turn it on,
You can get high as fuck.
right, for a little while, but in about 10 hours, how are you going to feel?
Well, you'd be dead.
Right. So that's my analogy. If it's going to kill you inside a sealed, imagine what it's doing everywhere else.
Yeah, but we're not in a garage. We're outside.
Mitch absolutely
So you think
believes in
it's-
global warming. He's just playing this character.
Dave, being my roommate, can't let the ruse go on. He's like, look, just stop the podcast. The joke's over. Mitch isn't an idiot.
I just don't. I feel like because Mitch will get into this, and then like a week later, be like, these motherfuckers think I believe that shit. I can't.
You know who
I mean, these guys are dumb as shit. Why do they think I don't believe that? Why do they think I believe it? I'm like, well, you acted like you believed it, man. Don't fucking don't give them an inch. They're like, this is our hero.
I forget how convincing I can be. I pretended to cry on TikTok the other day, and everybody was like, "Oh, are you gonna be okay?" And I'm like, "Okay." The next video was me joking around about it. Like,
We
come
need
on.
more people that sound like Mitch, being like, global warming is real.
You're right. I should. You're right. I have a purpose in life, and I'm not doing it.
Hey, yo, I think global warming's real, but I still want to shoot guns.
Global-
He loves guns.
Yeah, I do.
Just
Global
give him-
warming
you
is.
win him back by just saying guns.
Here we go. Global warming is real. The Second Amendment is important. Black Lives Matter. Well, I don't know what else there is out there. Oh, people deserve health care. And then there's got to be another right-wing one that I can say.
I was trying to get because I saw Mitch and Dylan Sullivan over at the lab, and you guys just you guys were good, man. I really liked your show over there. So I tried to get Dylan Sullivan over on this show with Mitch.
Oh, yeah, but he's in Colorado.
Right. So then that's when I asked Mitch if he knew anybody that he would be comfortable. I didn't know he was going to be this comfortable. Come on over. We'll take a shower. So is redneck a derogatory thing? Is that something bad? Because you guys are from Georgia and Kentucky. Is redneck?
It's not for me. I like. I mean, I like all the things that rednecks are into. So, four-wheeling and shooting guns and hunting and fishing. I think
the outdoors. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You could be an ignorant ass redneck, and I think that's derogatory.
See, that's why a lot of people don't understand. And for one, the National Rifle Association used to be just about the
Hunting.
outdoors and sportsmen's, but somewhere along the line it got very militant.
There was a great documentary. I listened to a podcast about it, and it was these guys wanted to take control of it, and the way that they were able to do it was to focus on the political aspect of it instead of the hunting side. So it was like a coup. They took over it and focused on everything else. And then the NRA's fucking up. The NRA should be finding black gun owners and being like, hey, we need you. And then, get some of that support too, because when we talk about the Second Amendment, the first political person to really fuck with the Second Amendment was the governor of California, Ronald Reagan, when the Black Panthers were protesting in front of the state capitol. The NRA's got to go for black people. Not go after black people, but go try and get their support.
Recruit them, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would be very helpful.
I don't like it when there's a shooting, and then the next day the National Rifle Association.
They're very ghoulish.
They're very
like,
they dig their heels in as opposed to being apologetic and kind of taking even just be quiet.
They never show any level of empathy.
Remorse. or sympathy. Yeah.
But it used to be a great magazine is for people who just like the outdoors,
Yeah,
you know?
get a good yank on.
Dude, every month I just waited for my Penthouse and my NRA monthly, and
I didn't know which one was going to make me come first.
Yeah,
He was going to beat off to guns.
I
That's
used
what
to
I was
tell my
implying.
friend at work, Scotty Richardson. He's passed away now, and he used to be into Chevys and engines and stuff. And the magazine with the big V8 engine on the cover.
Chevys. Was he gay?
Oh,
No,
Huh,
no.
okay.
He used to have lipstick stains on his
dick
couch.
couch.
Yeah, because he's fucking her from behind, and the lipstick is getting on there. I know what that guy was doing. That's a fucking man smearing that lipstick.
Oh, he had like 14 kids from 25 different people.
Well, that's maybe
math
not.
doesn't
Never got
line up.
married once. Oh yeah, but so
I just want to be very clear. There's nothing wrong with being gay, but there's a lot wrong with fucking driving a Chevy. What is that picture, Holtzman?
Oh, that's where the lipstick is coming from.
It's Chico and the Man. This one is for you. One is for you, Mitch. This is at least 99 U.S. personnel stationed on Okinawa have tested positive for the coronavirus past week. The Japanese authorities fear the Americans could spread the disease to local populations. So and so and so. The island's governor said he had strong doubts that the U.S. could contain the virus on the military bases. You ever get to Okinawa?
Yeah, I lived there for 3 years, and when I was
2.5.
there, at least 99 tested positive for gonorrhea. So it's a very similar situation. I loved Okinawa, Japan.
Oh man, I did too.
That Andrew Dice Clay was talking about. You ever see me standing up here getting my dick sucked? Well, in Okinawa, Japan, there was a place called Naha Music, and we referred to it as the stage, and it had a circular stage that would just rotate. And at the end of the night, one lucky fella would get picked to get up on stage and fuck one of the women that worked there, like at a strip club. And my buddy did it. My buddy got up on that stage, and I had to watch him get his dick sucked. It was a very traumatizing experience.
They didn't pick me, so I just jacked off in the front row.
My favorite part.
You Louis C.K. the whole crowd.
I asked them if it was okay. My favorite part was when they go, "We'd like a volunteer." My buddy jumped up on the stage, and the guy was like, "No shoes." And I was like, "Oh, this is a classy place where you fuck in front of everybody." Okay. Sorry, forgot the no shoes rule.
Okinawa has had only 148 infections since the virus emerged. The decades-long U.S. troop presence on Okinawa has been a source of friction between two countries.
I caused a lot of friction while I was over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, every once in a while they kill a taxi cab driver or rape a girl.
Okay, that's not what I was wanting to talk about.
But and you know what's funny about this?
What's funny about coronavirus?
I think you needed a longer pause between that.
If they got rid of those bases on Okinawa, that whole economy on that island would just.
Well, here's the thing.
We're not gonna take it.
The fact that the majority of, a large part of that population is American service members. If they get rid of them, they don't need the economy. You know, they just do their own self-sustaining shit. So I don't know.
This is woke, Mitch.
Listen. I had my fun while I was over there, so I don't really give a fuck if anybody else gets to do it. Pull them out, and then I can just tell these stories that no one will ever believe.
Do you catch and release? Do you measure your fish, or do you just?
Is this about sex?
I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about. You catch and release.
Well, we talked about. I'm not sure if you remember, Dave.
We were talking about fishing.
We talked about fishing 35 minutes ago. So we got it. It's been on his mind. Yeah, I measure my fish. I don't catch and release. No, if it's too small, yeah, I throw it back. But I eat what I catch. So I take it. I hit it in the head with a hammer, and then I cut its fucking head off and scale it.
No, he's talking about women.
But no, I don't catch him. What's the fucking point? Because then you go and you tell those stories where you're like, I caught one that was this fucking big. Now I keep it for proof, and then I eat it. It's that dead air part again. Okay. It's nothing uncomfortable about
He's
this.
reading.
I know, but it's just...
A Taiwanese airport gave 90 raffle winners the chance.
I'm sorry, I think it's actually, that's a typo. It's Chinese Taipei.
Gave 90 raffle winners the chance to board a plane and pretend they were flying off to a foreign vacation. Songchang Airport in Taipei said the experience enabled the winners to remember what traveling is like by passing through immigration, boarding a plane, enjoying some snacks and drinks before disembarking and returning home.
Hey, you remember that thing that was very aggravating? And you remember the worst part about your vacation? Yeah. You can relive that.
It's stupid. You know, these are Asians, Orientals, whatever you call them today.
No one calls them that.
That's not.
Yeah, that's.
They have a lot of time to do fun stuff like that, don't they?
I mean, it is crazy.
White people would say, "What are you, crazy? I'm not doing that shit."
I bet. Look, I just want to defend the great Asian people, and I say that I bet there's a bunch of them that said, "This is a stupid fucking idea. I'm not going to do that." But there are so many of them. Are you looking up Asian lottery numbers?
No, this is
Oh, this is how they did it.
yeah.
Okay. So you couldn't just show up? There's that many people there? Okay, maybe Holtzman's on to something. I don't know.
I volunteered at the LAX for the new terminal to be like a test passenger, but with the COVID-19, they haven't contacted me.
Was that a thing that they... I don't know.
Yeah, they needed volunteers. They wanted to see how the new system was working.
Yeah, they find seniors and then it's just a way to keep them
Hey,
socialized.
if you can take away from walking around the mall today...
Dave, I thought we were friends, Dave. A town councilman in Spain offered to resign after inadvertently live streaming himself showering during an online government meeting.
Oh, yeah, I accidentally did that.
Rushing to get ready. That would be something Earl Senkel would do. Rushing to get ready for his day job, Bernardo do Berlesio of Tacalaca Torrelavega took his laptop into the bathroom during the meeting and minimized the screen. But as he got into the shower...
No! Stop, Tom! Stop! Now, this was literally a Saturday Night Live sketch during quarantine.
Yeah, it was.
and his colleagues, and then he say something to him quickly, please. Pleading one of
Oh!
Does it show his genitalia?
Well, this one's...
Una manera de decir, meter una pala excavadora.
Hey, cabrón, no mames, güey.
If it's just an ass, it's just an ass.
No, it was his dick.
Oh, it was a genitalia?
The girl in the right middle loves it.
Both.
Yeah.
Scrotum? You saw the scrotum too? Yeah. And the penis?
Yeah, they blur.
So he resigned? Is that what you said?
Oh, there he is.
There it is.
There he is. Oh.
I mean, here's the thing. Looking at that body, that was not intentional. I will give him credit.
Yeah.
He's probably extremely
He
embarrassed.
was running late. He didn't want to miss the Zoom.
Yeah. I mean, where do you have
He probably
to go?
thought he didn't have the video on.
He thought minimizing it would close it off instead of hitting the stop video.
Pleaded one of them as he stepped out. Later apologized but said that he was at complete peace with his nudity. Well, you were, but we weren't. Only in Europe would something like that happen.
I would not be okay with that. Even with the censorship over my genitals, I would not want that video out everywhere. I would fight to have this removed.
Yeah, but it's okay to see a dog's genitals.
Yeah,
I mean, you see a man's genitals, everybody wants to sue and get upset.
Yeah, but
it's
you've
okay
seen a dog's dick. It's beautiful.
Okay,
I'm going to ask you to leave that.
That little red rocket just shooting right out. Oh man, that's how you know they're having a good time.
A Burmese cat named Oscar survived a 12-minute cycle in a washing machine.
Oh.
The feline's owner, Amanda Meredith, said she had heard an odd meowing sound at her home in Australia shortly after her husband put in a wash. It took an agonizing 2 minutes for the machine to drain and stop turning. The poor little cat had its hands on the glass as he was doing the rotations, and he was looking at me. She said, but Oscar came out largely unharmed and very soft.
It only took 30 minutes in the dryer to get it back to normal.
Oscar now sits and watches the wash cycles every time the machine operates. Maybe he has PTSD, said Meredith.
No, he wants back in that thing. Yeah. He wants out of this world.
It's like the first time I did mushrooms, I was like, I got to try it one more time. It just wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be.
Most theme parks in Japan have banned screaming on roller coasters to prevent riders from expelling respiratory droplets containing the coronavirus. One video urging compliance shows 2 executives of the Faichurch Highland amusement park silently plunging 230 feet on a roller coaster without such much as a peep. Please scream inside your heart, the video advises.
This is Japan?
Yes.
Yeah, the one, yeah. That would be where it would work, where people can act emotionless.
Somebody told me something. I don't know who I heard this from. But if everybody in this country just wore a mask back in March,
they'd be giving up all their goddamn freedoms.
We'd be done with this already, Redban. We'd be back at the Comedy Store and every damn thing.
I think we were pretty close to getting rid of it. And then all that stuff happened where we were all, rioting and stuff in the streets, and I think everyone just forgot about that and moved on.
But the thing about the protests, Redban, they were protests, peaceful protests. They were all wearing masks. I went to one, and it was a place where I was like, oh, this is the safest place to be. Also,
yeah, you went to the Calabasas protest.
It was catered.
But it also, and I didn't get coronavirus, so there is a part of me that's like, okay,
have you been tested yet? You guys been tested at all?
No.
Well,
I have had it. I've been tested.
How did it go? They really stick it up far up there?
I got the TV.
You got the antibody test.
I got the TV test. Whatever. They did this and then the mouth, and it was fine.
Was it free of charge?
Yeah.
They don't do the brain stem test anymore. Now they swab your mouth. Yeah. They figured out because the liberals, they want to get more cases so they can make Donald Trump look bad. So they find a less evasive test. Right, Dave? You watch the news.
Almost 1,900 of the 4,000 inmates in San Quentin Prison in California, in addition to more than 200 staff members, have tested positive for COVID-19.
Good. It's a federal penalty. Let them die. They shouldn't have done what they did.
Right. 9 inmates have died, including at least 5 of the 670 prisoners on the facility's death row.
A moment of silence.
I mean, if they were on death row, they were to die.
What do you think about that, Dave?
If somebody's in jail for stealing a car and they die from COVID, then that's fucked up. They didn't whatever punishment.
You're an advocate for prisoners' rights, are you?
I mean, yes. Why not? I mean, I feel like people should get a second chance unless it's something very horrific, But there's people in jail that have just for selling drugs. They shouldn't die from fucking COVID because the prisons aren't safe. Was that too heavy?
Very
My bad.
No, very interesting. We'll take a note of it.
Also, let's not forget the lot there. Even if it's one innocent person who is on death row, that's one too many. So, a
37-year-old Army veteran.
I feel like Mitch wasn't being sincere.
A 37-year-old Army veteran from Ohio who boasted in late April that I'm not buying an effing mask and not buying into the damn hype about the coronavirus, died of Corona-19 on July 4th.
Do you know Ohio is the only state to have a pendant for its flag and not a rectangle?
No.
Yeah, right there. That's it.
That's a nice subject change.
They got some wacky ass.
Redban's right in the center of the country, right where the H and the I is, yeah.
It's like it's like they wanted to be a fucking Major League Baseball team or something.
And then I'm from down right.
Yeah, it's not important.
Yeah, there we go. That's where I'm from. Right across from Cincinnati.
Right on the border, huh?
Right on the border.
He loves to tell people he's from Cincinnati.
Do you ever find yourself shopping across the border?
Yeah. I mean, it was right there. It was a mile away.
Where do you shop more? Which side of the border?
Well, we would go to the mall in Kentucky.
You'd get your white robes on the other side, though.
Oh, no.
What would you?
The KKK would put a cross every year downtown Cincinnati. It was like a huge. It was a huge fucked up deal all the time.
That's weird. But isn't Indiana like the like that? That's what I've heard. The weirdest brag is that people from Indiana be like, yeah, the head of the KKK is here. This is the headquarters, and I'm like, okay, that's something I wouldn't tell people about. You know?
Yeah.
Well, if you've been to Indiana, they got to spice it up. It's pretty boring.
There's nothing. Honestly, of all the states that border Ohio, that's the only state I think no one ever went to. Like, you never talked about Indiana. Like, you would rather go to West Virginia or Detroit.
I mean, if you like sports, the Lucas Field for the Indianapolis Colts is one of the most beautiful football stadiums I've ever been in. I mean, I tell people that before the KKK thing. I'd be like, yeah, fucking...
I would just say Larry Bird. That makes us not racist.
The white basketball player?
I went to Indiana once.
Yeah, all right. Are you going to elaborate?
This person, right behind the person's house, was a train track. And that train just...
This person was a train track?
No, the train track was right in their backyard.
Okay, got it.
Past the fence.
That's like some Chicago level stuff.
Damn, that thing was barreling, man.
Did it run over somebody?
It may have, but not while I was there.
Oh, that would have made the story a lot fucking cooler, man. I mean, It was just annoying.
No, I love trains.
Oh, okay.
I was fascinated by it. What's some of the items that you buy in the mall? You find these, because the mall is a big, in these rural areas, the mall is like the main thing, right?
Wait a second. Is there like a tax difference? Is there like a sales tax difference?
There wasn't really a sales tax difference between the two states. I mean, in terms of like...
Because I lived in Seattle, and if you wanted to buy something really expensive, you'd drive down to Portland, Oregon, because Oregon had 0% sales tax. But what the fuck was the difference between the Cincinnati Mall and the Kentucky Mall?
Just there was maybe a little bit closer.
Redban, you have a smart TV?
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to get one, but somebody told me, well, if you get a smart TV and your internet service is not the greatest, it's like, why get a smart? You got to have real strong internet.
Well, nowadays, most internet is pretty strong. If you have internet that's pretty slow, you should probably...
I have Frontier.
You should probably call them and see if they have any updates lately, because a lot of people get internet, and then, like, 7 years later, like, yeah, the internet around my neighborhood sucks. I'm like, yeah, you have 7-year-old internet. You need to call them and go, hey, you got anything faster nowadays? And a lot of times they'll be like, oh, yeah, it's also $40 cheaper a month. Let us send a guy out there and give you a new modem or something, Or
Tech Talk with Redban.
You know, because I got a laptop and I have the wire from my laptop hooked into the back of the TV.
Let me ask you this, Holtzman, when you connect to the internet, does it go
Redban walked in my house and saw that wire on the carpet. He started laughing and go, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Do you know how much you spend a month on internet?
It's like $70.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you should. I mean, honestly,
is that what you mean? Is that what you
should find? That's really high. You should find what internet you can get in your neighborhood. Maybe you have like 2 different options, and a lot of times they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we can get you for $40, and it's 100 times faster," and give you a wireless internet.
You better write this down.
Yeah, if you want to take a note, contact AT&T.
Put this on your to-do
or
list.
Spectrum.
Yeah, Spectrum.
The pandemic is sparing millions of wild animals from dying as roadkill, as the number of vehicles on the road has plummeted by as much as 70%. A report by the University of California projected that as many as 200 million of the 1 billion animals killed annually on roads could survive because of the of this fake thing.
If a squirrel runs out in front of you or something or a dog, do you slam on the brakes?
I don't.
Yeah, I
accelerate.
Let's see how quick you are.
If it's a deer, that could kill you. The deer, I think.
Have you seen my Jeep?
No,
not a chance. I wish a deer would fucking jump out in front of me.
If it comes up over the top of the front of the car, it could kill you with the windshield. Bam.
I mean, I'm not
People
a pussy.
get killed.
I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid to fucking die Okay, I let a fucking deer come at me.
I gotta move my
Let's
car.
go.
I'll be back. Oh, here it is. Is this a deer video? Yeah. Oh, this is so terrible. Watch out. They dart out. They just dart out. And they don't even look both ways. They just think they can just go across the freeway, the byway, or the highway, or the causeway, or the bridgeway, or the alleyway. They just go.
You know what always upsets me is that they put up these deer crossing signs, and it's like, well, why would you put the deer crossing here where it's so busy? Tell them to cross somewhere else where it's slower. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's good eating right there. That's good eating. You know, you don't need antlers on a deer to make it taste good. That's what I always say.
No.
That might look good hanging up on the wall, but that doe, ooh, yeah, she's going to have some good meat on her.
Mm.
I'm talking about that pussy, by the way.
That's more.
You ever eat that deer pussy?
That's a Don Barris.
No, that's squirrel pussy. There's a big difference.
So this poor fella died on July 4th. Richard Ross tested positive on July 1st after visiting a crowded pool and bar in mid-June after testing positive.
You never gonna get me. It ain't real.
That
Dad.
he felt wore out and that I can barely breathe now.
Oh, that's sad.
Wait, he was at a pool / bar?
Yeah.
Or a pool, or like a pool hall where they play pool?
No, I
Was it a swimming
believe
pool?
it was a pool party, and then he went to a bar after that, and then to the mall.
Oh, this guy's just rolling the fucking dice. I like. You know what though? But that guy, he might have died, but he also fucking lived. Okay, and that's
he
what's
died
important.
doing what he loved to do.
Yeah, not believing in science, being ignorant as fuck. Fucking like the Alabama teenagers having coronavirus parties. That shit's crazy. I mean, I get it. You're a teenager. Nothing can fucking stop you. But you're really pushing it.
Or the Jake Paul shit. He's having this like parties of like 300 people or something like that.
Dude, did you see the FBI just
they raided his house today.
But that's Logan Paul, right?
Jake Paul.
Okay, well, he's gonna
Calabasas, like where you
wait.
guys...
Who's Logan? His brother?
His brother.
And which one did the dead suicide?
I think that's Logan. Jake's usually the more together.
I guarantee you, child pornography. That's what we're about to find out. God damn, motherfucker has a mansion and shit.
From YouTube.
Yeah, man, I got to start putting out more videos on the internet.
Well, this is how it ends, though, Mitch. This is the end game.
I mean, I won't have child pornography on my computers. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, we're out here at this asshole's house.
FBI agents have surrounded the Calabasas home of controversial YouTuber Jake Paul.
That's exactly what I... Dude, you ain't gonna fucking 4-car garage.
Agents
We're gonna take one of these cars out
a federal
later.
search warrant at Paul's home. This is all part of an
Take it down
ongoing
Ventura
investigation, and the search warrant has been sealed, so they actually can't tell us what they're looking for.
Oh, look at that fucking Rubik's Cube bullshit. God damn.
Yeah, I'd take that down. I'd take that down right away.
If I was gonna buy it, that would be the first. Yeah,
I would get him. I would paint him like giant dice.
Fuzzy dice that you hang on your windshield.
Yeah.
Holtzman?
Yes.
What if you had a lot of money? If you do have a lot, I don't know your financial thing, but like, what's the one thing you own in your mansion?
Whoa. I'd like a drawer that could fit the socks and the T-shirts
both
in one drawer, and not have more than one drawer.
We're different.
Yeah,
we're different.
What about you?
Bitches. I don't need no furniture. I don't need a swimming pool. Just fill it with bitches. And that'll be fucking tight.
What about you, Dave? What would you do?
Oh, I'm just like a movie theater in my house. That'd be nice.
And then you could watch movies with some bitches on it.
I would
watch
bitches. Movies with a nice partner.
A nice partner? Oh.
A lady partner.
Oh. Okay. Authorities in Europe engineered one of the largest law enforcement infiltrations of a communications...
I thought you were saying largest dog because he was playing those dog videos.
This is one for Redban. Infiltrations of communications network predominantly used by criminals ever, said so-and-so and so-and-so. For months, French, Dutch, and other European agencies have been monitoring more than 100 million encrypted messages sent between users of Encrochat, ENCRO chat, a highly secretive company that sells encrypted phones via subscriptions costing, you know about this, Redban? Thousands of dollars per year. The phones contain no GPS, camera, or microphone and have a feature that would quickly wipe the device if the user entered a PIN.
You know why? Like
some shit
stuff
going down.
this,
You know,
and you know why they'll get away with shit? Because that's the most boring thing that I've ever heard. Just anything about computers.
Right.
I don't know how they ever get caught. Because whatever nerd FBI guy has to like read that shit, it would just be the most boring. You don't join the FBI to be a fucking nerd. You know, like we watched that McMillions documentary. That FBI guy, that guy was fucking cool. You know, I guarantee he played football in college. They don't want to fucking go after computer shit.
So it's like a phone that you can be off the grid with the phone.
Yeah, it's pretty much for, people that rob places, or dark web type stuff where, they're spying
or
and selling
maybe
cocaine.
you're just cheating on your girlfriend and you don't want her to find out.
Pro athlete phone.
Yeah.
it's just like
I guarantee. I bet Dalia had one of those phones.
Fucking shit.
you know, how everything in America is so nice. You think everything is just, but I read this because it really shows you what really some shit that is going on.
But I don't understand.
It's like this dark web. Is there really a dark web that has terrible things on it?
Yeah, you could pay somebody to murder somebody for you. You can, a lot of anything illegal.
But that's like a thing that's always been around, Holtzman. It's just on the computer.
Really?
But you have to have the Onion so you can go to Tor, right?
Yeah.
There's these things. It was created by the military, and then regular people figured out how to use it. It's other than like Google. It's just search. Everything's decrypted. It sends your thing to Thailand, to Australia, to Russia, and then,
nobody else can see it.
And then they can't figure out where it's coming from. That's why.
And companies do that and charge people to do that. I guess people who hide their money offshore use all this kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be in a position to where I could utilize something like that.
You know how much money is offshore? Unbelievable amounts of money that are offshore.
Let's get a boat then.
As long as there's somebody
Let's get
willing.
out there. Just a giant net. Where to get money in the ocean.
Is this jacket reversible?
What? No. When are you going to stop making fun of me, Dave?
What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
No. You've been to the Philippines, right?
Hell yeah.
This is from the Philippines.
Oh, okay. I prefer Thailand over the Philippines. Was up there.
You ever see a bird fly out of a woman's genitalia?
I have a joke about
yes,
it.
I know.
Man, it's fucking awesome.
This is a good one. This is really going to be strange because the pandemic has accelerated Tyson's Foods' quest to replace human butchers with machines. Said so and so and so and so. The biggest U.S. meat company has invested $500 million in technology. It hopes will soon lead to an automated deboning system. How'd you like to be deboned by a computer?
I mean, they're just training them to fucking get us, dude. That's all it is. Start with the fucking cows and then just work their way to us. I am very curious.
Is that a cow? Oh my God, they're doing it with cows.
I want to know who this so-and-so and so-and-so is because they have been the sources on every one of these articles. Like, these are some very informed people.
And so...
this goes from a butcher shop to laundry machines?
That's why they're going to have a guaranteed income for everybody because robots are going to do everything at some point.
We get to that Star Trek world where no one gets paid. You're just everyone has like equal lives. It's gonna suck if you can't have something that shows that you're better than other people, then what's the point of doing anything?
Well, maybe just having love and kindness in your
it's
life.
like that movie 1984 when everybody's dressed the same and everything is the same and everything is the same.
That utopian society from 1984.
I don't think it would be like that.
What would it be like, Dave?
Well, what are we going to do when the robots take all our jobs, man?
We got to start fighting the robots. That's the thing. War is always the answer. I don't know. I've tried to tell you
watch
this.
out. That's always scary when that lion comes on. Growls at you like that.
Purple is a good color. This guy's smoking. So
See, look, you can still smoke in the future. I'm on board. That's on board.
So this is a great movie, by the way. If anybody hasn't seen 1984,
Is it? If you try to read the book, is it?
the book is great.
Really, you're not going to be like.
Shocked me, the book. I won't even talk about it because I don't want to give it away. But
You never read the book, did you?
Oh yes.
I can't. It's so good. I don't even want to discuss it. Don't ask me.
Look, he's reading magazines like an old man. Of course, he's read that book.
Would you be nice to him? He invited us on his podcast, and you keep calling him old.
As soon as the baby's born, it's getting old, Dave.
That's true.
So let me finish this Tyson here. This is capable of handling some of the roughly 39 million chickens slaughtered, plucked, and sliced each week in Tyson plants. The work at Tyson's Robotics Labs, which opened in last August, has only picked up since the pandemic, which has infected nearly 18,000 meat processing workers.
I think we got to quit eating chickens. It's always something. Salmonella. Now the coronavirus. Chickens are trying to fucking. They're figuring out how to get us back.
Fucking chickens, man.
Yeah, but that Popeye sandwich is pretty good.
I'm still a Chick-fil-A guy. You ain't gonna get me to cross over. And with Chick-fil-A, you can get the spicy chicken sandwich.
Not on Sunday.
That, you know what though? I'm fine with that. Praise Jesus. Okay. Yeah. You know, as Popeyes. Yeah, that's it. Fucking amen, brother.
This is the New Testament. Yeah.
You know, and then there's Church's Chicken. If any of them's going to be closed on Sunday, it should be Church's. But those blasphemous bastards, they're out there trying to sell their chicken on Sundays. I get it.
That's a good point.
But Chick-fil-A has a real all lives matter sort of vibe.
That you're projecting, okay? Chick-fil-A cares about Black Lives Matter and gay people. It's
in their own way.
Do you guys share the food in your refrigerator, or you separate the food?
Oh, we have our own shelves. Yeah, no one really. Every now and then, can I get some butter? You know, but
we'll have some. Sometimes we'll have dinner all together.
Which shelf is yours, Dave? If you don't mind me asking.
I have a bottom shelf. I don't know. We don't really. I don't know what the fuck Mitch is talking about. We just put everything in there. He's creating this mystique that I'm like, is this really what's going on?
I mean,
if I've been putting my food on Mitch's
feel like
shelf,
you guys are taking this podcast serious.
Dave does invade my shelf space quite often. No, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, I was being a little hyperbolic.
I mean, outside of the fridge, we all have our own
pantries. But okay, but fucking Raz. We have a roommate named Razzle, by the way. He got all his stuff on the bottom shelf. His eggs and shit are down there.
His eggs down there.
So I'm just like, I mean, okay, dude. Sorry that they're not labeled.
I'm curious. I never.
But every once in a while, we'll have a dinner. We'll go grill out together. There's some sort of camaraderie.
I've never had to have a roommate. Now, if one of you is busy.
You never had a roommate?
Only in the Air Force. And he caught me pissing in the sink. He didn't like it.
Well, and that's why you don't have a roommate.
Was he pissing in the toilet at the time? Because what are you going to do? You going to pee on yourself? Fuck that guy. I'm with you. I peed in a lot of fucking sinks, man.
What are you going to do? Walk all the way down the fucking hall?
Also, you're not drinking out of the sink. You pee. You turn the water on. Bam. Yeah. It's taken care of. Don't be such a bitch, dude.
So, do you guys have some kind of light? You leave a light on or something if somebody's busy in there and you don't want to be disturbed?
In the bathroom?
You know, like if you have company over.
What do you think? We have bedrooms. We're not fucking in the bathroom.
We're not bunked up, buddy.
Although I do think Grant did fuck his ex. They definitely took a shower together, and I was like, look, I don't want your semen on the fucking on the tub. You know, like if you're fucking in the shower, that's you got a bedroom. But if they were just being conservative with water, then I'm okay. I think that's great.
Oh, so as long as they weren't having any kind of hanky panky in the shower. It was
right.
You
You can fuck in the shower, but then edge a little bit, and then nut in the bedroom. Yeah. You know, just get to that point, and then run like.
Yeah, I understand. Dave, do you fuck in the shower?
I don't know what Mitch is talking about.
Why do you keep denying what I'm like?
I feel like that's a thing we had to get cut out of the podcast.
Why? Our roommate had sex in the shower? That's not crazy.
I mean, I wouldn't want you to say that if it was about me.
Wow, you're weird about sex, aren't you?
You won't want me to say that you had sex?
No, I like to control my own narrative, you know.
Okay.
But that's, you know.
Well, if you had...
I mean, there's people that go through every podcast now, and then they comb out all sorts of little
So you're
detail.
nervous about how you're represented today. I can't blame you.
Not me. I don't care. I'll say whatever. But Grant isn't here to defend himself, so I don't feel like that's fair.
Okay, I don't know if Grant had sex in the shower.
That's all I'm saying.
That's
so weird.
And I feel like I prefaced it with that as well. I was like, I don't know. If they were just in there conserving water, that's great. And if they were fucking... Edge, get right to the point of busting a nut, and then take it to the bedroom. I'm creating scenarios. I don't know.
He's nothing
Or
based
just
in.
use a fake name, you know.
You're talking to a guy who bought cross-border shops at malls, so you know.
I didn't say a last name.
That's a good point.
You know, it could be Grant Imahara, who recently passed away from Mythbusters. Maybe that was who I'm talking about.
Thanks, Dave.
What? Did I ruin
I'm
everything?
glad you brought Dave.
I mean, you know, all the morning radio shows, they all have that woman who's always like, "No, don't, guys, stop it! You can't say that." That's why I brought Dave. He's gonna keep us out of trouble.
Well, like in 10 years when we're conserving water, and people will be like, "Oh, this guy was a shower fucker." Why am I? Just picture me.
Woof. Oh boy.
This one is about our friend. Of course, Jim Carrey couldn't just write a conventional memoir. Said so and so and so and so.
No, he's too gacked up on coke.
But readers ready to accept him as an avant-garde novelist. The 58-year-old screen actor and comedian is hoping they might, having just published memoirs and misinformation, as often, you know, I hate the way they write these. They can't just say it. You know, they have to. You know, they're writers. You know how they have to use big words. And
they try and make you feel dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fucking so smart. You went to journalism school or whatever.
It's probably like a collection of stories in the book. Is that right?
But what? That's not what he's upset about the way the person is writing this.
Sometimes
this
I
review.
read an item of interest just to expose the writer for his infidelity.
Did you know Jim Carrey? You ever hung out with him?
Did you know he's not dead?
Well, I didn't know.
I saw him at the Mitzi Shore birthday celebration up in Beverly Hills once.
That's it?
And I seen him on the television on Living Color.
Right. I didn't know if
Fire Marshal Bill.
I didn't know if you rubbed elbows with him at all at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, we took a shower together.
God damn it.
We rubbed each other's gonads.
Hassan said he was there for. I can't remember. Maybe it was Mitzi's memorial or something, and he just walked out. And Jesus, what are we watching?
This is
Fire Marshal Bill.
Oh my God, that was great.
Don't touch that dial, Mary Tyler Moritz.
See, this is a crime that this isn't in syndication someplace.
I mean it.
But these, and I have to say, and most of them are white. These white executives, these devils of people. Mm-hmm. If you had this in your library and somebody's got it because they had a disagreement with the Wayans brothers about this, or something went south, and now this is on a shelf someplace. Can you get this anywhere?
YouTube.
That's
it. I
it.
guess you have
But
to watch
YouTube,
it on
but you're not. The people weren't on it making money that way.
I take it back. I take everything I said back.
I think there was
Now is the YouTube an actual like in living color channel?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing though. So like,
but sometimes it's a music rights thing, like WK.
But I also think if I may, I don't want to say anything too controversial here, but like but this was a predominantly black show, and they weren't afraid to do or say anything. And I think in today's climate, a lot of the shit that you got on In Living Color, people would be like fucking. There was like retarded stuff and shit. Like people would just be like, "No, this is way too offensive."
Like Blank, what was the
Blank Man?
Yeah, that was the movie, but he played
Handyman.
He played a character that was.
And then there was the Mo Munt, like the Homie the Clown.
Yeah, Homie the Clown.
Homie, don't play that, and he'd hit you with his sock. Like, I mean, it was. I don't know.
Oh God damn!
No man.
Get ready to rumble!
Oh man! Oh jeez, they would make a movie about anything back then. Imagine trying to pitch this today. It's about a retarded guy. He's a superhero. They'd be like, "You're fucking."
No, you could do it, but it's like it's a mentally challenged guy who's a superhero, and they'd be like, "This is great."
That's what that Born Identity.
There's also Midget Man. You just missed that. There was.
Oh shit!
And he's like, "Oh, he's trying to take my thing."
You're a virgin! Well,
Damon Wayans.
please, call me Blank Man.
Blank Man.
The best Damon Wayans movie ever, though, was Major Payne. Where he plays a Marine officer who has to like train kids in ROTC because he was just he got in trouble for being too badass.
Oh man, that's funny family.
Failure to communicate.
Fighting's no longer done in the battlefields, man.
Killing is my business.
And business is good. Fuck yeah, dude.
Gotta be somebody needs some killing. There's no one left. You killed them all.
Major Benson needs a job.
Shit. I mean, this movie was great. Also, like, I love watching military movies and trying to figure out where they fuck up the uniform. Yeah. But with, like, Major Payne, the ROTC, you don't got to worry about that. But the actual Major Payne character that he's playing was, like, pretty spot on the whole time. I didn't really see too many problems. This is fucking great. I mean, this just highlights how great the Marine Corps is. He's burying kids up in their necks, spraying them with water hoses. Fucking... The one kid is like, "There's a monster in my closet," and he goes, "Hold on." He walks up, shoots the closet, bam, bam, bam. If he's in there, he ain't happy.
His methods may be madness, but now they're learning. No pain, no gain.
Oh, I didn't hear.
I hate when they speed up people running in movies. Like,
yeah.
whoa!
So this right here, we saw a few that we saw the Pugil sticks, which is like they look like big cotton swabs. That's one of the things that you train with in boot camp. I got hit so hard. Is this dude named Wiggins? He was about 6'4", and he fucking hit me in the head. It's probably the second time I ever had a concussion.
Even with the helmet on?
Helmet?
No helmets?
Nah, man. This wasn't the Air Force.
Man,
this is Marine Corps training.
Yeah, the Air Force was like a...
Actually, I think we did have those boxing style helmets, something like the cushions.
Did you go to Parris Island?
I did.
Oh man.
Yeah, I went to Parris Island. Sand fleas, I guess.
A lot of people don't. That's dangerous. You see, they drowned in the rivers and the swamps.
So there was this drill instructor in like the 50s who got really drunk. And he was like, "I'll fuck you guys. You guys want to be Marines? I'll fucking show you how to be Marines." And he marched them into the bog, and like 12 of them drowned. But hey, that's training, you know. I mean, you want those guys that drown covering your back in war?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, let's weed them out early.
Yeah, that's what they did in the Air Force. They tried to shout at you.
And if you couldn't handle getting shouted out, you had to go.
You had to go.
Yeah.
And then, you know who they gave a hard time to? The guys who were there just for the reserves. Or the National Guard guys that weren't on that. You know,
Oh, you just want to do this 2 weeks a year? Okay. Good. We'll get it out of you here.
And how about did they have a dorm guard at night?
Uh-huh.
And then the sergeant would come and try to convince you to open the door without giving them the proper identification.
Oh yeah,
Bang on the door.
So we did fire watch, and it was you had to walk guard for like 1 or 2 hours throughout the night. And by the way, you get 8 hours of sleep, and then they're gonna take one of them away from you. You're like, yeah, this kind of fucking sucks. But yeah, the officers would come on, and you'd have to fucking salute, and by the way, you got to do it loud. So you got to be like, sir, the count is 33 men on deck, blah, 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 blah. So now you're waking every other motherfucker up that's on there.
People that didn't join the military, they missed out on a lot of excitement and fun.
A lot of good time.
Yeah.
That fire watch, though, that 1 hour at night is the only time that you like masturbate. So I didn't mind getting it every now and then. It's just 1 hour alone.
Well, that's all you need. I find it. I got plenty of time in the.
Did you masturbate in boot camp?
I think I might have
every night.
No, not in the beginning. You gotta get comfortable.
Oh no, man!
Mitch was like, "Here it is."
I was excited.
Let's see yours.
I'm gonna be a Marine.
All right, so this is Jim Carrey, and then we'll just good luck with the book, Jim. And I want to get through it here. Okay, we got we're coming close. This is the end of it. I don't know.
What magazine are you reading out of?
Well, it's the same week,
Oh.
but it's I don't think it's it's we lost comedy legend Carl Reiner, 98.
Which one was he?
Carl Reiner, 98 years old.
He directed The Jerk and a bunch of movies, and then was with Mel Brooks. They did like the 2,000-year-old man.
Is he Rob Reiner's
father?
Yeah. Rob Reiner's very outspoken against Trump, right? Is he?
No,
is that the one?
He loves Trump, I think.
No, I think he posts. I think he posts a lot of shit on Twitter. Like,
yeah, Rob Reiner does not like Trump,
Yeah.
and then Carl Reiner as well. Right before he passed away, he was over at Mel Brooks' house, and they both had like Black Lives Matter T-shirts on and stuff. That was probably like a week before he died.
All right.
Hey, go back to that one pic. Go look at that. He's got a thing sticking in his ear. Now that's comedy right there. That man.
I mean, The Jerk is one of the best
Arrow
comedies
through the head.
Oh, I get it. This guy, he hates these cans. Okay, move on. Whatever. Fucking those old movies are so overrated. Do you know the one that I hate? Since you brought up Mel Brooks, the fucking Young Frankenstein. Everyone pans that movie, and it is just the fucking. It is the worst comedic film I've ever seen. It's got the worst jokes, and it might have been the first time that those jokes were ever said. So maybe they weren't hacky at the time, but they just weren't well thought out.
This guy means business.
I like it.
Yeah, I probably should watch it again.
All right, this is the last items of interest. This is the
You like Spaceballs?
the wisdom and wit.
Hey, man, why are you
section.
interrupting me?
My fault.
The last time we're almost done.
All right, I should be quiet. That's where the dead air comes from. You just always, we just kind of slink away. What's it?
Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you.
Whoa, that's fucking... I've been doing a lot of mushrooms lately, and that fucking hits me, man. That's real shit. You gotta fucking unplug.
A culture war is something only the other side fights. The side you are on is merely talking sense.
Oh, shit. That's why Mitch is always like, we got to fight this stuff. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you even...
This is one by Carl Reiner. What a coincidence. Inviting people to laugh at you while you are laughing at yourself is a good thing to do. You may be the fool, but you are the fool in charge. Carl Reiner. Next one. This is an interesting...
That would be a good one to end the whole episode on. You're really rolling the dice now.
This is an interesting planet. It deserves all the attention you can give it.
Oh, now we got to pay attention to the planet too. What's it, a woman?
He keeps pushing this global warming shit on us this episode, man.
No.
I'm telling you, got to pay attention.
People pay for what they do, and still more for what they have allowed themselves to become. And they pay for it in very simply by the lives they lead. That's for you, Dave.
Oh.
Crossing the border to shop at the mall.
Can you repeat back what he said?
No, I was looking at whatever video was up there.
You got distracted by the mushrooms and the garlic butter.
My picture got up there. I was like, there I am.
We must be free not because we claim freedom, but because we practice it. William Faulkner. He said a lot, that guy.
He wrote a lot, too.
And the last one... I haven't read any of his shit, I tell you that.
It's a bit wordy.
Billion books. How can you read all the books? My God. There is no sinner like a young saint. Oh, I know that one.
Oh, yeah? Is that it?
That's it. That's
I thought there was
of interest.
I thought there was going to be more to the sinner saint thing.
Nope. There is no sinner like a young saint.
Well, they're full of jizz. That's why.
So tell me, Dave, what is going on with you? You've got some comedy special or a network going on. You want to talk about that?
Epics?
Oh, yeah. Well, I taped this thing in the middle of the coronavirus here, like last week in Burbank for the channel Epics. It's like on cable, and it's called Unprotected Sets. And they filmed like a half-hour set, and then interview with Ryan Sickler. I don't know if you know Ryan. Mitch does.
Yeah, he's at the store.
And they tested everybody, tested the audience, and it's either they said my episode will either be in October or February.
Is this it here?
No, this is when I was on Jimmy Fallon years ago.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
No.
Did you like your set on it? Was it a good set?
You never told me you were on Jimmy Fallon.
Why would I do that?
Well, because we're friends. We talk. Wouldn't I tell you if I was if something?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like
that's great.
You know, Holtzman was on Minding the Store.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
I saw it.
I made him watch that first episode where Paulie's trying to do the pretty girls of comedy.
Right.
It's your stuff on there is, oh God. I wish we could have a show like that again.
I mean, I try to practice humility, which seems to be rare in comedy.
But that's where you're fucking up. You got to tell people. Look at rap artists. Every rapper is the greatest rapper alive. Comics hold back too much. I tell everybody, I'm fucking good at this shit. Let them know.
It's true. You have to self-promote yourself. Yeah. I'm terrible at that myself.
Redban, find the one where the girl in the bikini comes
here
up
it
on
is.
stage.
Thank you. Very much.
Poor thing. That's not nice. That
was me.
I missed
that. Was me. Now that was
Brian.
Let him at least
We're
say.
not going to have time.
Just
This is
say
a
one
hot
or
girls
two
at the
things.
comedy store. This ain't Bus Corner Sally.
I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan.
Oh, look, it's Punky.
Obviously, did the bus break down in front of the club?
Jesus Christ.
My name's Janet Bernson. I'm.
That's it. It's that fast.
That's all you have to say is you're not right for this.
She was terrible. The only thing that was missing was her wheelchair.
Hi, Ava.
Ava, hi.
Have you ever been on stage before, doing stand-up?
No.
Doesn't matter. I think she's fine. There you go.
Definitely, yeah, there you
Very
go.
She's too hot not to leave in.
I work construction during the day.
What a shocker.
I know what you're thinking. She's a nurse. Now, I'm a professional dominatrix.
It reminds me of a giant condom. Thank you so much for your time.
Can you beat up Brian for a sec? Just a little smack for being mean? Yeah! Oh, yeah! You son of a bitch!
Did she spit in your face?
See, you got your new girlfriend out of the deal. What do you think about that? This is more interesting than I thought it was going to be, Paulie.
So I'm gonna sing a little song for you guys.
No, Marie, please don't.
Oh, shy one.
Bingo.
Oh, hello.
I don't really have any material, so if anybody wants to ask me any questions,
I'd like to ask you to leave right now.
I mean, this should be your reel. This is the greatest thing ever. The one where she walks up with the bikini though, and there's just no hesitation. It's like, yeah, you're perfect.
That was a good show. He had a good idea. I don't know why they didn't last.
Well, Mitzi's.
Is that so? That's
that guy.
Tommy. Yeah. That's the guy that everyone does the impression of.
Yeah. And he walked around with that haircut. And you had to be nice to him.
Yeah, he was crazy. He was a crazy person.
And that was Marilyn Martinez. I miss her so much.
She was awesome.
I see the marquee hasn't changed. Yeah. You know, I've never had to change that. Too fat for the ladder.
Right.
Yeah.
Get out of it.
I never had to do that.
So, Dave, congratulations. You're on network television. So, how did you go from being on Jimmy Fallon to the...
Well, that was 8 years ago.
Working the door.
So, that's a long time. It wears off.
So, how did the Epic thing go?
The Epic thing went really good. I mean, it was the third time I performed since all this happened, you know, so it was kind of weird.
30 minutes?
Yeah. But they were like, the
nice
audience
to
was
you?
really super excited that anything was happening, you know, and they gave them food and shit, the audience, and I think drinks. And
who else did it with you? Anybody we know?
There's this girl, Steph Toloff, that she.
I love Steph Toloff.
She's really funny.
She's dope.
Some of the other nights, I don't know. All I knew was the people that were on my night.
Yeah.
So you're originally from Kentucky?
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters?
I have a sister.
Just you and your sister?
Yeah, there's a 10-year age difference.
Who's older?
I am. Mitch has he's got like a 15-year-old brother or something.
Your parents still together?
Yeah.
Still alive?
Yes. I haven't checked today, but I believe so.
How fucking crazy would that be?
That'd be horrible.
If you turn your phone back on after this and it's Dad, you got to call us immediately.
Not feeling good.
How'd you land the epic show? How'd you land that one?
Yeah, who books that? I need to.
They called me.
They reached out to you.
Reached out to me. Emily was there. I don't know if she had
Emily, the one who books La Jolla.
Yeah, she was there. She was working at, I don't know what she was doing there, but I don't know if she had any involvement in it, or she was just there working, not hanging out, but
she's fucking industry, man.
She is industry. Yes.
Industry, man.
She did give me my first TV spot when I was on the show Live at Gotham on Comedy Central. That
so
show
you've done a lot of television.
I've done several spots. Not a lot.
Man, how old is Emily? I mean, that was fucking 8 years ago.
That was 2010.
Woo! I can't believe she's been working in the industry that long. She looks young.
But every girl in the industry, they start off they get hired when they're like 22 or something like that. They favor young people to work in show business because it's a lot of, you got to work these crazy long days, like 14-hour days when you're.
You've been to La Jolla performing?
I've never been to La Jolla to perform.
How about you, Mitch?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've performed at La Jolla. I've never had as good a TV credits as Dave, but I have been to La Jolla, so there you go. I like that club. I like the condo.
Why are we pulling up my Twitter now?
Because we're going to cancel you, dog. We're going to find it. Today's the day.
Condo is sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I went down there. A buddy of mine was headlining the club, and I went down there with him and got to stay there.
The last time I was there, I was working I opened for Vicky Barberlack.
Yeah, she did America's Got Talent, right?
Oh, yeah.
She did really well on that.
Oh, yes.
I didn't realize she had been around so long, though. Like, I mean, she's not a new... This wasn't like a flash in the pan kind of thing. She's been around for a while.
Redban?
Yeah.
You should get that Michael Lerner guy. I don't know if you can help him get on America's Got Talent, but I think he would crush it on there.
Lair?
Yeah. I mean...
Oh, is that the guy in the wheelchair?
Have you seen that guy on their show?
He's been on this podcast
Yeah,
twice.
He's great. He should be on America's Got Talent. How are you going to X a guy that comes out there like that? You're going to fucking X that guy? He's got a year to live. You're going to tell that guy to fucking, hey, go home and die, bro. This is his chance.
You know, the one that
point.
I didn't like the guy that stuttered. I watching that one, I was just like, fucking say it, man. Come on. Like, I know a story is good for the show.
Yeah.
But that one...
the one guy with the tiny arms, he did well on there.
Lobster arms, dude.
He's got tiny arms.
Yeah, his shit's fucked up.
He's a comedian. He's got like tiny arms. Like he said he's like a velociraptor.
But then America's Got Talent turns into the Special Olympics of fucking like talent
But
shows.
you know how it is. You got to fucking get by any which way in this fucking business. You know what I mean?
What got you into the comedy or the show business? Do you want to?
I just was like, I had a regular like office job and was like, people would be like, "This is it," and I was like, "This isn't it, is it? This can't be it. This can't be it of life." And then I saw an article in the newspaper about a stand-up comedy class, and I was like, "I'll take this class. At least it's something to fucking do." And then I took the class, and I got up there and performed, and it was like it went well.
You're the only person that's ever had any kind of success in comedy.
That's not true. Jim Gaffigan took a stand-up comedy class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because on one of his DVDs, I remember he had his graduation class on the DVD. Like, he still had that footage. It was on
That's crazy. I should take that class.
It's on, like, Beyond the Pale and shit like that, and I think he talked about it. But I think there's probably other people. I think a lot of people probably just don't talk about it openly or something like that.
Maybe.
Because there's stand-up comedy classes that are so looked down upon. But for me, I started comedy in Cincinnati. I had no idea how to even go about that. So it was like a way to put my toe in and figure out. Like, by the end of the class, I knew kind of where the shows were. I'd met the people that took the class before me had came back for the graduation. So they were like, this is what's going on. So I was able to get like an idea of what the fuck was happening, you know? And it was like, what, $300? Any class you take is going to be like $300.
When did you move to L.A.?
Like 7 years ago. But I lived in New York for a couple years before.
How'd you like the comedy scene in New York?
I mean, I liked it. I mean, I liked being able to perform a lot. I mean, the city's just exhausting. Every day feels like a week, you know, in New York. It's just because there's like...
Dave's very lazy.
I'm not lazy. I'm just like, every time you leave your house in New York City, you have to be alert. You know, when you leave, you will walk to the subway, and then all of a sudden a homeless guy jumps out, he's jerking off, and then you get on the subway, and then there's the fucking people dancing on the subway. And
sounds very entertaining the whole way through. I don't know what you're upset about.
And your room is very tiny, and you know.
Have you seen my room, Dave?
Yeah, Mitch's room in our place is a New York City level room, but. I enjoyed it, but I ultimately wanted to move out here in the first place. But some guys from Cincinnati were moving to New York, and they were like, "We need another roommate." And I was like, "All right," I'd save money, and I said, "Fuck it."
You must have representation with all those credits.
No, they don't give a shit. You know, you got to have a thing that sells tickets. You know, and I need to figure that out. But
well, thank you, thanks, Dave. Mitch, you want to tell us how you, before, a little about yourself and the Marines and what you were doing before you got into comedy, what have you? It's an interesting story.
Yeah, I joined the Marine Corps right after I quit high school. And
what was the year?
My dad worked for Southern Railroad.
1998. Yeah, that caboose right there is just like a leftover in the town I grew up in. So I took a picture of that because it said Southern on it. But
and it's red. Go ahead.
It's 98 to 2003. I was in the Marine Corps, lived in Japan, and then went to Iraq after that. And after that, I got out. I was like, I fucking traveled the world, and I went to war. So let's see what else there is out there. And then I was working on aircraft because I was a helicopter mechanic in the Marine Corps, and I was just telling all these stories to dudes that I was working with, and they were laughing. And I was like, all right, I was listening to a lot of stand-up on satellite radio at the time. I was like, let's fucking give it a shot. So I was in Lancaster, California. I called the La Jolla Comedy Store, and you would leave a voicemail, and then you would call back later to see if you got selected for the open mic. And I did, and then I drove 4 hours down to San Diego to do that fucking open mic. And the first one was great. And then after that, I bombed for about 3 years. But that first one just got me.
I feel like if you do well enough your first time, it hooks you, you know? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, fuck, I don't know what I'm doing. But
my grandmother took these headshots, by the way. These the first ones where I'm like at the
look like
lake.
That teacher guy from before.
So all of those at the bottom, yeah, my grandmother, I think she did a great job.
Yeah, man. You look great for senior prom.
These were fantastic. And then all the rest of these were taken by this Pauline Shupla in Indiana, in Indianapolis. She's not in the KKK. She did all these, but this was fucking, 2014.
How long were you in Iraq?
I was there for a few months. Rode the naval ship over there. And then on the way back, we stopped in Rota, Spain. I fucked this Norwegian chick on the floor of a bar because she like had the key and was like, "Let's go party at my bar." And then after that, I was like, you know what? If we do this every time, I'll go to war like once every 6 months. You know, totally worth it.
They're very friendly Europeans. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a self-produced album that I did. Yep.
All right. Well, why don't? Can I ask you 10 questions?
All right.
Yeah.
Is this the end?
Yeah, we're gonna finish up.
I gotta pee.
It runs long, you know. Sometimes
we've been having a good time.
It goes fast, right?
It does go fast.
Now, is it 10 questions for each of us, or
yeah,
we doing the same?
I have 2 sets of 10
Wow.
questions.
Very prepared.
You want to? Can we start with you, Dave?
Yeah, please.
Are these also your glasses? Like, do you have two
Somebody left those glasses here, so if you know anyone that's missing glasses.
Anybody missing glasses, they're here now. All right. You ready, Dave?
Yes.
Where would you go in the world if you had all the expense paid trip? If you souvenirs, food, lodging, flight, incidentals.
He probably knows what all expenses means.
Ticket, ticket, show tickets, cabs, any money whatsoever. It was all free. Where would you go in the whole wide world?
I've always wanted to go to Iceland. That's where I would like to go.
It's very white.
Very boring. Do you really want to go to fucking Iceland?
Have you been?
No, but I know about Iceland and Alaska. Everybody wants to go to Alaska. It's the biggest thing in the world.
No, Dave watched that Will Ferrell movie, Eurovision.
No, I've always
and he
wanted
was
to go
like,
there.
Iceland looks cool. They have elves.
I like hot springs.
I know. You can go to Japan and go to hot springs.
There's a hot spring 2 hours up the road.
Is that Iceland? Yeah. See, look at that. That's fucking cool ass shit.
There ain't nothing around.
You better
there.
bring us some sandwiches. There's no stores. There's nothing to do. There's
The sand is black.
no massage parlors.
I'm not going to a foreign country to go to the mall.
Yeah, I need massage parlors.
Where are you going to go to massage? You come on.
You think there's one Asian massage parlor
What are you
in
gonna,
Iceland?
You're a single guy. What are you going to masturbate into the ocean?
I guess I didn't think that. I didn't know you were to dunk on me for my answer.
All right. Number 2. Do you like blondes or brunettes, Dave?
I don't even feel confident. I mean, I like blondes. I'm probably going to end up with a brunette.
Okay. Brunette.
So you're going to settle, is what you're saying.
A brunette is a woman with black hair. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But
Brown.
They call it. They say it's brown, but I've seen pictures of brunettes, and I don't see brown. I see black.
You might be colorblind.
Yeah. Also, most people say I don't see color.
Number 3, what was your best comedy experience?
Oh, I would say it was, being...
Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon. I got to be on an elevator with Martha Stewart before I taped.
How did that make you feel?
I was very nervous because, you hear all these stories.
Old ladies make you nervous?
No, you just hear these stories about Martha Stewart being kind of crazy. And
Did you ask her if she fucked Snoop Dogg? That would have been. I would have been like, I gotta know.
This was before then.
Did you fuck Snoop D-O-double-G?
She was really concerned about some chips she had at a book signing and wanted to get those chips again.
Number 4.
Is that a reference to the?
No, she. I guess she had a book out and she was touring like Costco's or something, and she was like, "What were those chips that we had?"
Potato chips.
I don't know if they were potato or pita chips, but I just remember being very afraid of Martha Stewart and then her talking about chips.
Wow. So I guess he wouldn't make a Marine.
I mean, hey, bitch, you ever tried Doritos? They're delicious.
Number 4. Who is your favorite movie star?
Boy, man, I used to love Johnny Depp, and then everything, with him.
But it came out that he was the victim.
Man.
Oh, did he get cleared?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him. Yeah, you can't. I don't think he's a wife
that
beater.
Amber Heard chick is a fucking. She's off the deep end.
She's
dude.
out there. Yeah, you can always tell who's telling the truth and who's not. Johnny Depp is not going to go to all that trouble to go to Europe or London and go through all this case and pay millions of dollars for lawyers and all this other shit. It just is not worth his time if he's not innocent.
Did you skip question 3?
What was question 3?
Question 3 was, what was your best comedy experience? I think we did that one. So your favorite movie star used to be Johnny Depp because you didn't like the way he handled his relationships, or what?
Well, I always thought he was. I just enjoyed him acting. I mean,
in the pirate movies. What are you?
Yeah, the pirate.
You going to Disneyland after the podcast?
I liked Fear and Loathing. I enjoyed that movie a lot.
Number 5. Thank you, Dave. What was your favorite movie? What is your favorite movie?
I think probably Back to the Future is my favorite movie.
So you're about 13 years old.
No, Back to the Future, whatever.
Wait, 1 or 2? You picked 1 over 2?
Yeah, 1.
Mitch, did you see Bad Lieutenant?
Bad Lieutenant, yeah, with John Travolta.
No.
Wait, who? No, Nick Cage. No. Who's in Bad Lieutenant?
Harvey Keitel.
You didn't see that one?
Oh no, but John Travolta.
See that one,
no,
man.
John Travolta did the reboot, right? Someone's got a. There's a reboot of Bad Lieutenant.
No, the original one.
Come on, you gonna leave me hanging, man? I'm telling you.
What was your? Okay, number 6, Dave. What was your favorite subject in high school?
Oh shit, none of them.
Yeah. Fuck school.
Number 7. I guess we know the answer to this, but I have to answer it anyway because it's number 7. Are you a Jehovah's Witness?
No. I love Christmas.
Number 8 is a sensitive question, but it must be asked. Do you hate your mother?
No. What the fuck is that?
The more you believe it's a crazy question, the more we believe that you hate your mother. So be careful how you answer these. Number 9. Do you hate your ex-wife?
If I had one, probably, but I don't have an ex-wife.
Number 10.
Dave, can I just say, Dave does look like a dude who has an ex-wife. At least one of them.
When I've written myself, like when I've written like a character, like in a you
a pilot,
I'm like, oh, this guy, he's been divorced 3 times, and I'm like, people believe that,
Number 10. This is on. Have you ever considered hurting yourself?
Are you a therapist?
Ooh.
What's happening?
Man, it got deep. Dead air goes deep, man.
Be truthful. Now, you've been sworn in.
I've never considered to hurt myself, no.
Not in the least?
No.
You ever think about driving your car real fast to a tree?
No.
All right, that's fine. And your bonus question.
Oh, what?
If there was one law that you could change, what would it be?
Did you say lore or law?
Law.
Law, okay. What lore?
I'd probably legalize all drugs.
All drugs?
All of them. Fuck it.
Let's see how crazy we can make this shit.
Yeah. I mean, people are still... Nobody's going to wake up and be like, I'm going to do heroin.
It's legal now.
Yeah.
I can smoke crack.
I mean, they did it. They were like, as soon as heroin was in a pill form, they were like, ooh, give me a script of that,
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
You want to have kids running around on drugs. Little kids. I don't want to play baseball.
You gotta raise
I want
them.
to shoot fucking heroin.
You fucking raise them right, Holtzman. You gotta let people make choices. I don't smoke crack because it's... I don't not smoke crack because it's illegal. I don't smoke crack because it's fucking bad for you.
Right.
But I do like mushrooms every now and then. You know?
I've taken mushrooms back on Long Island, and man, it just makes you laugh. Man, I couldn't stop laughing.
Is that a good place to do mushrooms?
I know. Just on the Long Island Railroad, tripping your balls up.
We were at Eisenhower Park, and then we had to come home and eat with the family, and I just...
You ate your family?
Couldn't stop laughing. Do you laugh when you're on those things?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, really. Do you laugh?
It took me a while. I had to break through. I used to experience a lot of anxiety, but then something just happened. My granddad, he died. And then I just started taking mushrooms, and I was like, fucking, I'm through the barrier. And now I really embrace it, and it's awesome.
He's a mushroom guy.
You don't have any
now.
PTSD, do you?
Not anymore.
No. I
All right, that's good.
I'm good.
All right, here are your 10 questions, Mitch.
Okay, I'm ready.
Boy, if
I
you get
studied.
easy questions, I'm going to be mad.
What's your favorite color?
If you were a famous rock star, who would you want to be?
Oh,
Mick Jagger,
I don't
Elvis
get the-
Presley, Elton John, or Liberace?
okay. Elvis Presley, because he served this country in the military as well.
You want to die on the toilet?
And I
Is that
respect
it?
that.
And Mitch wants to have a child bride as well.
Okay. that I'm related to. It's a big difference, you know.
That was Jerry Lee Lewis. He was related to his child bride.
Well, I thought he wasn't. Oh, okay.
Elvis just had it. He just
13.
He just groomed Priscilla.
Number 2, have you ever been attracted to your mother?
I'm sorry, what? My mother is a beautiful woman.
Have you ever been attracted to her? in
She's a
sexual way?
beautiful woman, Holtzman. What's the third question?
All right. Number 3.
There's a whole thing about who hasn't wanted to fuck their mom. It's called what's it called?
You just give him enough time, he'll reveal himself.
It's Oedipus syndrome. There's a thing. Yeah, you've all had those dreams. Don't fucking make me look like the weird guy.
Number 3, have you ever been attracted to your sister?
She's a lesbian. I know I don't have a chance.
Number 4, why do musicians love drugs so much?
You know, I'm not a musician. I'm a comedian. I can't play any.
Yeah, but the producers made these questions. We have to do the questions.
Okay. I doubt this show has a producer.
Are you kidding? He's right over there.
Yeah, he's the tech guy.
He's the man. No, he's the producer, craft services, IT. He's the talent coordinator.
Well, that explains the questions because he's got too much on his plate.
He's the driver.
Are you
He's
trying to
everything.
do fucking Apocalypse Now soundtrack behind me? PTSD. I didn't think I had PTSD. You guys are trying to fucking trigger me.
We'll take you over to the VA right after the show.
Okay, what was that last question?
Number 4, why do musicians love drugs so much?
You know, it opens up your mind. You know, you can't really create art, and you know, I consider what we do art as well, without expanding a little bit. You know, so you open up yourself to the universe. Also, the shit's fun.
Number 5, what's the one thing you love about America?
Currently?
Everything.
Number 6,
USA. I love the people in the land. I think that's 2 things. So I'll go with the land first. It's a beautiful country.
I think you're exactly right. If you watch the news, you go through the Twitter feed, it gives you all the bad things about America and all the idiots and all the people that are acting out and not being nice. Most people in this country are beautiful, very nice people, but you better not have that abortion. Anyway, number 6, why are concert T-shirts so expensive?
I don't know. I can't fit into any of them. My question is, why can't you have a XXL concert T-shirt? You know, I've never bought anything from a vintage store.
Is they're already shrunk?
They've never. I guess fat people didn't exist in the 70s and 80s.
Well, everybody was doing too much coke.
I'm trying. That's one of my main things to losing weight. I want to buy a Depeche Mode shirt.
It's number 7. It's common for any lead singer to be difficult to work with. Mitch, are you difficult to work with?
I think
you are, but you go ahead and answer the question.
You know, I've tried to do multiple podcasts on my own, and they always fail because of the other hosts, the partners in the podcast. So I don't think that I'm difficult to work with. I think that some people just have difficulty conforming to my needs.
Did you find this format and this podcast easy today?
I think this has been great.
Would you come back and do it again? Would you come back and do it again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anytime. You're great.
Yeah, thanks.
Number 8. Have you ever used the handicap stall in the public restroom?
What am I, a fucking... Yes,
yeah, he likes cocaine.
Yeah,
I don't know who wouldn't use it. If it's
easiest.
available, it's larger.
Okay, hold on one second. May I, just real quick? So I say that one of our roommates that I didn't give a last name to might have had sex in the shower, and that's crossing the line.
Not bad.
But on the podcast that I'm on with my last name in the title,
that's right.
You go, yeah, he's used the handicap stall. He likes cocaine.
Allegedly.
You don't think that's a little worse?
Probably. My bad.
I mean, you know what?
He said it's his bad.
And not to mention, I quit doing cocaine. I said on August 2nd that I was not going to be a 40-year-old doing cocaine anymore.
That's
so
good.
I've been clean of cocaine for 3 days. So maybe I won't ever use the handicap stall again. But in the past, yes, I've done that.
It's too convenient.
It also is comfortable. I'm a wide guy.
Right.
So in the Comedy Store, the main room bathroom for the men, one of the stalls, I can't even move. My balls are squished up against each other because it's so narrow. But you go into the handicap stall and it's very, very comfortable. So whatever,
That would be a yes for question number 8.
Yeah. Yep.
Number 9. Why do Europeans shower less than people from other countries?
Because they're disgusting.
Number 10. Do you hate your mother?
Look, okay, my mom. That we have a difficult past. My grandparents raised me, so there's lots of feelings of abandonment on my side. But we've worked through. She called me on my birthday. That's good. We're good. We're good. I don't know.
So at one point, did you hate her in your life?
No, I felt unloved. And I just that's probably what leads me to being in a in the handicap stall in the bathroom.
What do you want us to put down for number 10?
No, I love my mother very much.
And your bonus question: if you were a dog, what breed would you be?
Is this the one that's going to be the hardest?
I feel like if I say Rottweiler, it's like, oh, Mitch thinks he could be a Rottweiler. Maybe a Saint Bernard, because they're still big and imposing, but they're very lovable. Like Saint Bernard. I'd like to be a Saint Bernard if I could be a dog.
All that saliva coming out of your face. You know how those dogs are. You just think they're friendly, but they got a lot of
golden retriever.
Okay, that's better.
How about that?
That's a nice dog.
Okay, yeah.
All right, I have a quick letter to read.
What? I feel like it's like watching Holtzman on stage. You're like, he's about done.
This has got to be it.
He's almost done.
It says,
I'm going to start walking around just picking up bottles and be a little loud.
April 30th, 1984. Where were you in 1984?
I was 4 years old. Georgia.
Where were you, Redban? 84?
84, I was breakdancing on cardboard boxes in Columbus, Ohio, listening to Michael Jackson.
Wow. And where were you, Dave, in 1984, in April?
I don't know, man. What the fuck?
All right, this letter is April 30th, 1984. It's Fiasco Publications Incorporated. It says, hey, we hate to bring you bad news. This is somebody writing me a letter. Hey, we hate to bring you bad news, but we won't be able to fill your order for an Easy Riders windbreaker at this time. After months and months of stalling us with promises that the new batch was on the way, the company that was making them took a powder and went south with our order and our bucks. We are returning your check and an Easy Rider decal with our thanks. Ride free. Spider.
Can I see that? So you were like into the motorcycle club, huh?
Oh, I wanted the windbreaker.
That's awesome. You know what? You wish you would have signed it,
Spider.
Yeah.
All right.
They have like a whole file cabinet of letters?
Yeah, I have a lot of letters that I wrote and people,
Any famous people get back to you?
The owners of the Russell Stover's Mint Patties candy company.
That's a nice, put that up on eBay.
But, all right, Dave, you want to tell everybody where they can reach you on social media, perhaps, and anything you want to tell us at the end now to
change their opinion.
Plug yourself. Plug yourself.
It's the last chance to win them over, Dave.
Yeah, I guess.
I thought I've been charming the whole time.
You're having a good time, aren't you, Mitch?
I love it.
Jeez, that's great. No, I'm happy. Go ahead.
You can go Dave Waite Comedy, Waite. There's an E in my name for some reason. And it's Dave Waite Comedy at Twitter and Instagram and the website. And I mean,
I've always been a gentleman to you at the club, right?
Absolutely. You've always been very nice. I always nice to see you there.
Professional, right?
You're very professional.
Anything else, Dave?
Do you want me to say more nice things about you? Or
would be nice. Would be nice, Dave. No, you.
I think
Dave.
I appreciate your honesty on stage.
I actually hope none of what you say is true.
Okay, thanks, Dave. All right, Mitch, you want to present yourself to anybody so they can find you on the Instagram, what have you, or anything else?
Yeah. So Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, it's at Mitch Burrow. My TikTok's on fire right now, so definitely.
What does that mean? You got a lot of...
Go do the... I got like 11, 12,000 followers and some pretty decent videos on there that are getting a lot of views. So just follow me before Trump bans it.
Right.
He's going to go in there. He probably thinks there's like a TikTok button that he just pushes and then it is.
It'll ban it.
And I want to wish you a happy birthday again.
Thank you so much.
Redban, happy birthday again.
Yeah.
And I can be found on social media as well. Google it. This is Bad Ashley. Thanks again. Bye-bye.